mountains of Limpopo, the University of Johannesburg is tackling one of South Africa's biggest challenges. In Buysdorp community, water flows down from the peaks, but not everyone gets their fair share. This is how UJ researchers and local wisdom came together to find solutions.
On the trusting side was like, are they just gonna waste our time? Is this weather gonna be fruitful? And yeah, it was fruitful. UJ must always remember they took fear out of a community, and we're thankful for that.
Buysdorp is an extremely interesting community because they are quite autonomous, so they function as a government on their own. What happens is if there is a problem in the community, they will have a community meeting or a family meeting because everyone in the community is related. So it's quite difficult terrain also to navigate because there's community dynamics, there's political dynamics, and there's family dynamics as well. So there's some tension between the members in the community because of the fact that some members will take more water than others.
We get water twice a week on a Monday and a Thursday. But where I'm situated, I'm quite far away from the mother line. But this road, the York Road, is also one of the longest water line on the farm. So we are having a lot of problems. We don't get adequate water. I have to drive up to the mountain to go and get water so that I can have enough water to live on.
When we started the project 3 or 4 years ago, we actually went in very ignorant and thinking that we want to speak to them about climate change, mitigation, adaptation, and basically just educate them. But when we got to the community, we realized that they already had a vast amount of knowledge on the topic. They just didn't call it climate change.
Having crops and cattle, we knew that we'd need extra water because the stream water, we do have problems with pipes breaking, water running out, breakdowns. The demand is increasing, so we prefer to be independent.
So at every step of this project, we've actually worked with the community. The scientific knowledge is important, but the project is almost solely built on what the community is telling us. Their voices are being heard and they can actually take ownership of the project.
What stood out is the fact that most people think that their water is clean just by how it looks. Most people are inquisitive. Most people want to know what exactly is in their water, but that information hasn't been made available for them so far.
When we tested them, all of the parameters were within the SANA standards. So that means that the water quality is quite good. And I think it's also just important to add that the community is very proud of their water quality.
When she came here, we were all interested in finding out what is really in our water system. UJ's professors and students, they brought the hope that we now know what our water consists of, how healthy our water is.
Many of the people in the community are quite old, and the younger people would then move to Johannesburg. So they did express some fears about, the knowledge that they do have. When they die, it's gone. So what we're trying to do is have a documentary where they give us this knowledge.
I like them to remember the community that they visit in the far Limpopo side of the world. Was like, we're happy. They make things much easier for us. There's no fear anymore for the water.
This type of approach of co-creating and co-designing and actually just going into work with the community as opposed to top-down approach is something that we want to replicate in other villages as well. So it does of course mean that if it works there, it can be replicated, but also it can help other people with similar water problems in South Africa.
So about their water, I have also noticed that quite a few people actually treat their water before they drink it. So most people not most actually, a few people reported that they actually boil their water, they use bleach. Some believe that there's capsules being used. So I think there is a potential to get the information out there.
What's important in this community is that they actually could have managed. They just needed some scientific resources to push them into the right direction. But they are quite knowledgeable, and it's really fascinating to see because they're basically on their own in this village, and they just function as a country almost on their own.
At the University of Johannesburg, water security research isn't just about technology or tradition alone. It's about bringing them together. When UJ works as partners with communities, solutions flow as naturally as mountain streams. This is UJ's commitment to South Africa.